Welcome to Conscious Creations. I am Tisha, and if this is your first time tuning in to the Conscious Creations channel, once again, I welcome you. Conscious Creations is all about creating well-beings and creating consciously. And what that means is that we consider the health and well-being of the beings that we create for when we are creating our products that can be found on our website at www.consciouscreations.live. What you put on your skin gets absorbed into your bloodstream. That can impact your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. And because of that, we are cognizant of what we allow to go on our bodies, and what we give to you to put on your body and on the skin and the bodies of the people that you care about. So with our products, we create using nature for the most part, right? And so what I mean by that is we create everything from body butters to perfumes to foot scrubs and everything in between, including nasal inhalers for when you get a cold or you're congested, right? Herbal teas for when you're feeling under the weather, like if you need to get your mind right, if you're feeling mentally unfocused. We have an herbal tea called Get Your Mind Right. This is just an example of the myriad of things that Conscious Creations has on our website. Once again, that is www.consciouscreations.live. Now, our videos. So we just started consistently making these videos about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. And every video has a different sort of take. And it depends on the information that we are receiving, that I specifically am receiving, right? And as our channel expands, you'll see more people on the channel. But for now, the information that I give to you all is the information from the downloads that I receive. Obviously, when I'm outside, I am channeling information from nature, from the sun. Especially this time of the year is Leo season, and the sun is out in full bloom. It's a summertime if you are in the Western Hemisphere. So depending on where you are in the world, it's summertime. Well, where I am, let me say that. It's summertime where I am, so the sun is out and it's blazing. But understand, many times we don't know we don't see beyond what we see. And so on our channel, in addition to channeling information and energies and things like that, we give to you all how to see beyond what you see with these two eyes, but to see clearly with your first eye. That's why it's so important to clean yourself up, to clean yourself out of things that can actually make your third or your first eye unclear. They can give you distorted perceptions. And I've been there. This is why I'm sharing this with you guys, because I've been there more than once, right? And so now that I've learned these things, I want to share them with you all to help you all to cleanse your third eye and the rest of your chakras, which are the energy centers along your spine that go literally from the soles of your feet up through the top of your head into the cosmos, all the way down below the Earth's surface, right? So with that being said, today I want to talk about what's happening in the atmosphere, what I'm sensing from the ethers, if you may, right? And you all know that in this channel, or on this channel, I always like to start with breath and movement, right? Sorry, y'all, sweat all in my ear. It's real, right? So start with breath and movement, because we like to have and to make sure that the energy, which is emotions, or energy in motion, which is emotions, right? And so as we pick up other energies and other things that are in motion, which is everything is energies in motion, right? And so as we pick up other energies, we want to move energy to flow through the body in a way that brings ease and clarity, so we are not in a space of chaos and unable to sort out what it is that we are receiving, right? So we breathe in and breathe out. And if you're joining me and you're joining me in the movements, just move. You don't have to move any specific way. The whole goal is, like I said, to make sure that you are moving, and to make sure that you are moving with ease and with grace. With ease and with grace. With ease and with grace. And so we're outside, barefoot on the grass. So if you are familiar with what that is, when you're barefoot on the grass, right? Or with your feet on the earth, let me say that. It's called either earthing or grounding. And earthing or grounding allows you to literally be healed by the earth. Thank you for that breeze. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So it allows you to be healed by the earth. And as you take the energy that may be within your vessel, the dis-ease or disharmony within your physical vessel, as you ground your energy into the earth is absorbing and transmuting that energy like an alchemist, right? Transmuting that energy and giving you back healing, right? So let's take that energy back up to our heart chakra and bring in the healing of the earth into our physical vessel, allowing it to rest in the heart, healing our heart. If you guys have watched the last, did I upload the video? If you guys have watched the recent videos, I was talking about the heart chakra and how Leo season, Leo specifically, controls the heart chakra, well, the heart and the spine. So every zodiac sign corresponds with a different part of your body, and we'll go through that. Because always remember, we're talking about universal laws, universal principles. So they're not just convenient signs about, how your love life will be, or how, what type of career would be best suited for you. It's way deeper than that. Way deeper than that. Right? So each zodiac sign corresponds with a different part of your body. So you are literally the entire cosmos in your physical vessel. So you are indeed a special, 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 powerful being. The things that made up the entire cosmos are inside of you. How special are you? Right? More reason why you should love yourself well, as sweat goes in my ear. But as we are moving and we're going about life, remember who you are. Remember what is inside of you. You are this advanced technology. Remember, women who look like me, black women, so-called black women. And again, I always say so-called black because we are brown. We are just deeply melanated, right? But I understand that that is the language that we use, so it is what it is, right? So black women were the original computers. Before there was a physical machine, it was inside their mind. It was inside of them. Because what's inside manifests externally. And so this is why I put so much emphasis on what is happening within you. What is happening with you emotionally. What is happening? Because whatever is happening internally, you are transmuting and projecting that externally, right? And so, the reason Leo season is so important, because Leo, as we know, is the zodiac or the constellation that is about royalty. It's about regalness. It is the ego, as they say, right? It is our external manifestation and how we present ourselves to the world. Stay with me. It's important because the heart is the gateway. The heart is the gateway between the heavens, or the upper chakras, and the earth, which is the lower chakras, right? And in between is what's called the solar plexus, right? Which is your gut, your instincts, your willpower, your will to live, right? It's your seat of self-esteem, self-confidence. That is controlled by the sun, right? And so if you are having any issues with these things, you don't have to get up and go, say for instance, or you don't, you are lacking personal power, meaning that you are giving your power away to someone else, right? In order for them to control whatever your narrative is, then you may want to look at your solar plexus chakra, and also getting outside and getting lots and lots of sun to give you that boost of energy, that vitamin D, that you need, and that energy literally from the sun, because the sun, as we know, literally gives life to everything on the earth, including you. And so, without that self-confidence, without that willpower, it's hard then to raise above the solar plexus chakra into the higher chakras, right? Because if you don't have the self-esteem and the self-confidence, you will live in the lower chakras, being controlled by the lesser, and I don't mean that in a derogatory sense, it's just the lesser emotions, right? And these would be things like you're just simply controlled by your sexual hormones, which are of the lower nature. So you would be more so controlled by your gut, meaning your stomach, right? And so this can look like overeating, right? Or it can look like emotional eating. So when you are being controlled by your solar plexus, it does make it, like I said, it makes it difficult for you to ascend beyond your lower nature, beyond the physical, into the spiritual nature of the self, which makes you whole, right? Because it makes you a whole being, because you're able to transcend the lower nature into the higher nature, okay? Now, with Leo controlling the heart, and the heart being the gateway, what is it the gateway to? Like I said, it's a gateway between the heavens and the earth, but it's also a place where the masculine and feminine principles within meet. This is where they meet, in the heart, right? And so it's important to make sure that you are letting go of things that have made you feel like your heart is broken, your heart is heavy, and getting back to that place that the Leo energy actually controls, which is that childlike innocence. And I've said that, and I will probably say that for the entire Leo season. So this is the perfect time of the year where you need to get outside, get some sun, do things, go play. Go play, right? When you were a kid, if you like to go outside and swing on swings, go do that. If you used to like to jump rope, go do that. Whatever it is that brings you joy, that is how you lighten your heart, right? That's how you lighten your heart. You get out and you do things that you enjoy, or do things like that enhance your creativity, right? Children like to draw, to paint, to sing, all sorts of things. These are the things that we did as children before we became adulterated, right? The children are described as being unadulterated. So once we become adults or adulterated, we can forget. And part of what we have to do as we go through life is to reparent that inner child. Because if you've come from a background of any sort of trauma, right? Then it may be necessary for you to go and to parent that inner child, to get back to that place, to heal that inner child so that inner child is no longer broken and screaming for attention, right? Because what it looks like when that inner child leads you, that child wants what it wants. Even if it's candy for breakfast, whatever it may be, no matter how it impacts the child just wants what it wants, right? And so part of you being a whole being is healing that inner child. Stay with me. So, as we get out and ground our energy and transmute any of those things that have had us heavy or feeling burdened or feeling less than, whatever it is, anything that's making your heart feel heavy, right? We are transmuting that and giving that to the earth and bringing that back up into the vessel in its healed form. Okay? And as we transcend the heart chakra, we go up higher until the throat chakra, which is the clarity of communication, the clarity of speech. Because now, from the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks, but the mouth can speak now with clarity instead of when we're angry or hurt, spewing venom, right? Because what's in is going to come out. So instead of spewing venom, we can actually speak life and speak love and speak wellness and speak healing and speak truth, right? Sometimes truth is not love and light, right? Sometimes truth is, it is what it is. But having that healed throat chakra allows us to do that, to speak with that clarity of intention, right? And it also allows us to create as we speak, right? And so part of what the Leo season is all about is becoming that creative ruler within your own queendom or kingdom. Becoming that creative ruler and being able to create. But if you have lost your personal power, your self-esteem, your willpower, then it's going to be difficult to transcend that and to become the creative ruler. So this is why it's about taking back healing, taking back your power, right? And then raising yourself up, growing up, right? Growing up from the lower chakras to the higher chakras, and then just being a whole being, a complete being. Now, I know I kind of went off on a tangent, but this is the information that I'm receiving, that I'm giving to you all in real time. So, one of the things I saw earlier today, though, in my meditation, was there is this theme that the energy that is happening right now in the atmosphere. If you feel it at all, if you feel this energy, know that chances are you're not crazy, right? You are simply, what's happening is portals to information from the cosmos is literally opening up. And because we are made up of the cosmos, we are literally feeling this energy and receiving this energy. But because many of us don't know or are unaware of what's happening on an astrological level and on a cosmic level, we think that something's wrong with us, right? Your DNA is actually upgrading. That's what's happening. So if you are feeling your sense of, we talk about these gifts, right? So if you are feeling a heightened sense of intuition or a heightened sense of, ESP or extrasensory perception, if you are receiving, if your channeling is becoming more clear, right? These things are happening because your DNA is being upgraded again, back to its original blueprint, to your cosmic inheritance, if you may. And so allow this energy in. This is why I say to you, go outside and be in the sun. The sun exposes and it heals all at the same time. So if there's something in you that needs to be cleansed, the sun will bring that out and allow that to be cleansed in you as the disinfectant that it is, right? So if and again, if you are experiencing headaches, that is because the third eye and the crown chakra are being activated. So your psychic abilities may be coming online. You may be experiencing that. And so with all of this being said, there may also be some things in the external world that you may be experiencing as there are spirits, entities, beings that benefit from you not being in your full power, you not being in your awareness. Because once you become aware of what your power is, you become aware of your power to create your own reality. But because there are beings that want you to create their reality using your energy and your power, they don't want you to come into your power, right? So my job here is to help you to come into your power by making you aware, one, that you have power, two, how to access that power. So we do that by bringing our bodies into alignment with our higher selves, into alignment with the divine, into alignment, so that you can receive the information that you need to receive from the heavens and bring that down to the earth. So as that information you are receiving from the heavens in that clear channel, you are then able to bring it down and manifest that into the physical reality. But you have to make sure that your sense of self-confidence and self-worth and willpower and personal power are in check. Check your gut. Check your gut to make sure that you are not inadvertently giving your power to something or someone else and depleting you of your power. One way you can be aware of this, or you can know this, is after, and this even comes with food, right? Food does this, depending on what it is that you're eating. If you are eating something, and then after you feel depleted energetically, it's because you've consumed something that has depleted your energy, right? Everything is energy. It's about energy, right? So if you, for example, if you were at a job, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, yes, that's true, right? But I'm not telling y'all to go quit your jobs, whatever. I'm simply saying, if you are at a job that when you get there, you're already tired, that job is depleting you energetically. Energetically, it's depleting you. Chances are it's not in alignment with where you're supposed to be. If that happens after you spend time with someone or a group of people or whatever, same concept. That means that you are out of alignment with your true self energetically. And because of that, you are being depleted of your energy. And I'm not saying that this is, anyone doing this under nefarious principles, whatever, right? I'm not saying that, because some people are not aware that they are being used to take your energy, right? Some people are just, they're just kind of going with the flow. They are not aware, right? So I'm not saying go out here and, yell at your people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm simply saying for you who is watching this, this is how you recapture your energy. This is how you reclaim your energy, right? So I know that, sometimes when you guys may see me moving and doing things, at first it may seem strange. Like, what is she doing and why is she doing this? But I guarantee you there's a reason why. And I'll explain. And this is why I explain these things to you all. There's a reason why. Okay? My job, part of my job, my responsibility, is to give you all this information as I receive it, to let you know this is how you reclaim your sense of self-worth. This is how you reclaim your power. And I say that to you all because, like I said, I have been there. If you are feeling any of these things, I have been there. Specifically, if you are a sun sign, that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? Aries rules the head, right? And so whenever there's planets in Aries, be mindful of being overly aggressive, right? Because that fire comes out. and if it's a, like for example, now it's Leo season, which is a fixed fire sign. So if you guys are experiencing this more aggressive nature, just remember, it's just energy. It's not just, but it's energy. And so you can take that energy and either use it to lash out at people, or you can harness that energy to create something, because it's also passion, right? So you can harness that passion within that fire that's shut up in your bones, right? That fire that keeps you lit, right? So you can take that fire and use it to create something, or you can use it to yell at people on Facebook, right? I mean, however you want it, right? But I'm simply letting you know that this is a part of how you create using your own energy, right? Now, also Sagittarius, if I'm not mistaken, I think Sagittarius rules the thighs. Is it the thighs? Is it? Someone in the comments correct me, but if that's not correct. But I believe Sagittarius rules the thighs. And so these are some things that you guys want to work on when it's these fire seasons, when you're in this fire energy. You want to work on these particular things to keep the fire balanced, but you also want to work on the other things as well, because of course one of the things that can put out a fire is water. So you want to be mindful of your emotions. You don't want your emotions to overtake you, because that can put out your fire, right? So you want to be able to flow with the energy by keeping your fire in check. The same thing with the air. The air element gives the fire direction, because fire just burns and burns and burns and burns. But it's the air, as we know, if you've ever seen a fire, you give it air, the fire can spread everywhere, right? So when you give fire air, which is speech, which is breath, right? That fire breath, right? And I don't mean that in a sense of like bad breath sort of way. Not battery, y'all. But I mean that spitfire. You've heard somebody described as a spitfire, like that dragon energy, right? That dragon energy, that real powerful, forceful energy that you feel from the sound of their voice as they speak, right? That's that energy. That's that energy. That's that force. And so these are all things that you can do within yourself. This is why I talk to you all about balance. That's why it's so important to balance your energies. To balance your energies. And it's that earth that allows everything to be, that to keep things grounded. It's that mothering energy, that feminine, it's a feminine element that helps things to be grounded. Helps things to be grounded, right? Helps the energy to not be all over the place, even though the feminine aspect is a chaotic principle. It's still, it's not chaos without order, right? It's organized chaos, if that makes sense. And so, what I will say to you all is this: as you walk through this season in your full power, in your full awareness, stepping into your abundance and into whatever it is you are manifesting in your life, make sure that you bring yourself into balance. And one way to do this is to lift your leg up to your knee. Center, I always talk to you guys about the core. Center your core and bring yourself into balance. Bring yourself into balance. Okay? Control your breath. See, I'm wobbling a little bit. That's when I know that there's an aspect that I need to work on as well. Because I see how much I'll see how much, and I'm doing this on purpose, just so you know, but I'll see how much I'll wobble to one side or another, and that tells me which aspect of myself needs to be brought back into balance. And so just so you know, the left side is the feminine aspect, and the right side corresponds with the masculine aspect. So it's important that these things are in balance, because like I said, they bring your heart chakra into balance. So make sure, folks, that you are not at war with yourself, right? Because if you are at war with yourself, then that also looks like, and that also looks like being at war externally with the masculine or feminine principle external to you, right? So this is where coming into nature and bringing yourself into balance helps you then to approach the people outside of you. For example, if you guys are in relationships, whatever the case may be, you know, I'm sure your significant other will appreciate you being in balance so that y'all can just love each other, have fun, enjoy life, and, you know, make beautiful music together. So with that being said, I want to say special shout out to my subscribers here on YouTube. I posted on Instagram, I think it was yesterday. Shout out to my 7 subscribers. Y'all are true rock stars. You know, it has been, I mean, it hasn't been that long that I've been building this channel, but I know that as it grows, it will grow. But I am grateful for the people who have watched the videos, the people who have shared the videos, the people who take something, more importantly, that take something, that finds something useful in these videos, applies it to their lives, and is able to grow. Because that's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's for you. It's truly for you. Like, I get to get out and get the sun because this is what I do. But to be able to share these things with you all, for that I am grateful. And so I thank you. So again, if you guys need any products, go to my website, www.consciouscreations.live. And until next time, love yourself well. You deserve it.